Hello and welcome in this video here. My name is Kern, and in this video I want to talk about a really powerful concept. If you want to learn how to manifest your desires in life and if you feel like you're fighting your current reality, of your current existing reality, and if you want to build the new reality and if you feel stuck, okay, I want to show you a way how you can transcend that, okay, get away from the old to the new and create a complete new life, manifest your desires, the things that you really want to have in your life, okay? And how you can do that. It's a really powerful concept, and I got inspired to do this video because I was reading about a really genius person, okay? His name is Buckminster Fuller, okay? Richard Buckminster Fuller. He was a really famous American architect, designer, futurist, visionary. He was also a book author, philosopher, and in some way also a scientist. And he also thought a lot about systems, how systems are built, especially connected to architecture. And yeah, this person really inspired me. I was reading about him and he had this sentence, he said something that helped me to understand how to manifest with a much more better process. How can we manifest systematically, okay? And what do we have to take care of, or what we have to focus on if we really want to create this new life and get rid of the old life? And now comes the quote from Buckminster Fuller, and I think this is a really, really interesting quote. I read about this quote the first time, or I saw the quote the first time from one of my mentors who passed away this year. His name is Bob Proctor, okay? Bob Proctor was really famous for concepts like the law of attraction, the law of vibration, how you can manifest something, how you can use the law of attraction to change your life, to master your mind, also to understand how the universe works, universal principles. And he shared this quote a lot of times in his videos. And I want to share this quote with you right now. And the thing that Buckminster Fuller said, and I think it's really important, is you never change things by fighting existing reality. To change something, create or build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So basically he says, if you want to create something, don't focus your energy on the old model, on the current reality, on the current circumstances. Circumstances don't matter in manifestation, okay? You have to focus your energy 100% on the thing that you want to manifest, on the new model that will make your old existing model obsolete, okay? It will not exist anymore because you put all your focus and energy into the new. And if you focus on something, that's where where attention goes, energy flows, yeah? That's where your energy flows. And if you put all your energy on the thing that you want to have instead of the thing that you don't want to have because you're fighting against it, you try to resist it, maybe fight it, then you will be able to create that new thing because now you put all your energy there. And most people do the opposite if they want to manifest their desires. Mostly they're stuck with fighting their current reality, their current version of themselves, but they want this new life, they want to create this new life, manifest these desires, but somehow they find themselves in a fight with their current life, the current circumstances that also got manifested at some point, because we are always manifesting, okay? We are basically manifesting every second of our life because we are living as creators, yeah? We are creators, we are spiritual beings making this human experience here. And we can learn a lot about these kind of things in the world of spirituality, but also in the world of science. And I always try to connect the world of science with the world of spirituality. And I think this person that I want to talk about today is really a good example if you connect the world of science with the world of spirituality and how we can find a connection here to have some synergy effects and to really tap into this potential of becoming a master manifester in some form and mastering ourselves, mastering our life, knowing ourselves, okay, and to understand how this universe we are living in is working. And we as spiritual beings making this human experience, how we are connected to the universe and what kind of role do we play. And now I come to the thing that a lot of people out there struggle with if they are on their manifestation journey, okay? I've also observed that with people that I helped with manifestation. I observed that because I talked to those people. And yeah, mostly this is a pattern that we all have when we start to consciously manifest something, or if we want to change our reality and create this new life, this new reality, build a new life. And we have the current circumstances, the existing reality that we are living right now, but there we also have this desire, okay, this future idea, this future imagination in our mind, this idea of our life, our desires manifested, how this life could be, okay? So old versus new, the current life versus the new life that we want to manifest. And there's mostly a problem, because in a lot of times we as humans, or let's say as spiritual beings with this human experience, with our human mind, and we are mostly stuck with something, and the thing we are stuck with is our current reality. We are obsessed with the current circumstances, the existing reality that we see with our eyes, that we can feel, see, perceive with our five senses. And we are so consumed by that our imagination of our future desires manifested, as a manifested form, that this becomes something that is really, really far away, and that we are stuck with this old reality, and we try to fight that old reality. This is the big problem. We try to fight this old reality, and this doesn't allow us in the end to manifest our new reality, our new life, create our dream life, manifest everything that we want, because we give much more energy to the thing that is right now, because we are fighting our current reality. So we give much more energy to how the things are right now, and that's where we lose the energy, basically, because we would need that energy actually to build the new instead of fighting the old. In other words, Buckminster Fuller also said, don't fight forces, use them. Okay, don't fight forces, use them. You cannot create or destroy something from nothing. Okay, or you cannot just destroy something that doesn't exist. You always transform something. Then it supposedly doesn't exist, because if you have your current circumstances, but you transform your energy flow, you focus on the new thing that you want to have, then you take the energy away from that what is, because this is also something that you have manifested, basically. Everything that you have right now is a process or a part of your manifestation. You have manifested your life. Yeah, you are the creator of your own reality. And also the things that you don't want to have. This is something that you have created by subconscious beliefs. Okay? It is all really deeply rooted in your subconscious beliefs. And you have to create new subconscious beliefs about the new model in order to make the old beliefs obsolete, to transform the energy that you had for the old beliefs. Put your focus and energy into the new model. Yeah? Focus your energy on the new beliefs. And that's where you will make all the change. You have to identify what you believe about your life and yourself. What is your self-concept? As Neville Goddard, one of the most famous teachers of the law of attraction and manifestation from the 20th century. I also talked about him in one of my videos called Awareness and Imagination. Yeah, this is how you create reality. I will link this video here. If you haven't watched it so far, you can check it too. And yeah, it's really important to understand this concept, that you cannot change something if your energy and your focus is where it shouldn't be. Yeah, if you fight the current events, you're basically fighting your old beliefs. But in order to overcome these old beliefs, in order to create this new reality, in order to manifest this new life, you have to create a new model that makes the old obsolete. Okay, so that you can transform it from one form to another form. That's why you need imagination. Yeah, the power of imagination, as Neville Goddard always said, the power of imagination, that you can create something new, and you need abundance of imagination. Yeah, in one of my videos I talked about the poverty of imagination. You're only limited by weakness of attention and poverty of imagination. This here applies also to this concept. Yeah, you're limited by weakness of attention because your attention goes to your current reality, to the current circumstances. You're basically fighting the old. You don't want to have it, but you observe it. Yeah, you're mad. Maybe you're mad and frustrated with the life that you have. But in order to change, you need imagination. And mostly people are also limited by a poverty of imagination. They cannot create in their mind a new model, a new future, a new existing reality in their mind. Because whatever you imagine, this is what you will create. Okay, you are a creator. And understanding those concepts, knowing yourself, having this awareness now, this will make all the change. This will make all the difference. So if you don't know about Buckminster Fuller, Okay, who is this architect, this American architect, this futurist designer, okay, revolutionary in some form, genius mind? Who is that person, or who was that character? So he was born in the 19th century on the 12th July 1895, and he died on the 1st July 1983. So he was about 87 years old, a pretty long life actually. And he came from the 19th century, he lived through the 20th century, and he really created some inspiring, impressive and cool things during his lifetime. The last years of his life he spent in Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America mostly. And also there, during his last years of his life, he was still publishing things, new concepts that he had, ideas. He still was sharing concepts, you know, he was still sharing his thoughts with the world and what discoveries he made that he wanted to share with humanity and the world. I personally see him as a genius mind, okay? I really think he was some kind of a visionary, seeing things in the future that could come in our reality as humanity, and how we have to deal with the next years, decades and centuries as humanity on this planet Earth to survive, okay? To make sure that humanity survives, that we can make a evolution in our consciousness, that humanity really sustains itself on the Earth, and that we really can go ahead and yeah, live in harmony with everything, okay? So one of the first things that he was really famous for was the word, or the structure, or the thing that he created called Dymaxion, yeah, a Dymaxion house, for example. And he took this idea from three words, yeah. First of all, we have dynamic, then maximum and tension. And from these three words, he created the word Dymaxion, standing for these three words. Something is dynamic, we want to have a maximum of something, and tension, maximum tension. So he was building structures, okay? That's how you can imagine that. Structures, architectural structures that look really futuristic and have a really cool style, but also have a good use because they don't need a lot of material. They're really sustainable, and they can take a lot of pressure and tension, and they can take much more weight on them than they actually are, okay? So they can have a lot of tension on them, like the word says itself, dynamic, maximum tension. And this kind of things were projects of him, or things that he invented. He spent all of his life for these kind of inventions. And I think it's pretty inspiring what a human being can do during his lifetime. And I also want to share some other things that he has created, or that he was known for. So another thing that he was really famous for is the so-called Geodesic Dome. Yeah, huge dome. This was a hemispherical thin shell structure, okay, with triangular elements. Maybe you saw my intro of the video, okay, and in the background you can see this triangular patterns, okay. This also is something that reminds me of, of Buckminster Fuller, yeah, the triangle patterns that you can see, because with this triangle elements he was building these geodesic domes. They are really built in a smart and efficient way, and they're also effective, okay? They can take a lot of weight, and they're really rigid, okay? This is a rigid structure, really solid, and it looks like a hemispherical dome, okay? Really cool thing that he invented, and a lot of people took this concept of him, took this idea for him for different things, okay? I've seen that also in real life, and also, for example, in movies I have observed that kind of structures, movies, series that you can see. And yeah, this was another thing that he was really famous for. I think it's really revolutionary and also futuristic, yeah? What kind of things are possible in architecture, okay? This is all about architecture. He also was a book author, and he wrote many books during his lifetime. He published many books during his lifetime. One of the books that I really think is interesting is Pattern Thinking, okay? Thinking in patterns. If you have watched my video As Above, So Below, okay? Where I talk about a principle of the Kybalion, hermetic principle of the Kybalion, as above, so below, the law of correspondence. You can see a similar connection here, yeah, what I talk about in this video. So if you haven't watched it, make sure to check it. I will link it here somewhere so you can watch it too. It's a really extensive video where I talk about how the universe has different patterns that have a connection with us as spiritual beings having a human experience here. How the universe is connected to our mind, okay, why the universe is mental, and how you can see this pattern in nature and the universe if you observe it from a scientific point of view. Okay, pattern thinking is one book that he had. Another book he also had was synergetics. How two things can create really synergy effects. Maybe you know the term synergy effect. When two people come together, they share their thoughts like a mastermind basically, and they create really outstanding things. Yeah, they get great synchronicities and impulses, genius ideas, just because there are some synergy effects. Okay, the other is adding on the other. Okay, they both complement each other and they even create more. Another book was, for example, also Spaceship Earth, where he talks about a way of thinking or a philosophy that we should look at Earth and humanity like a spaceship called Earth, and we should cooperate like on a spaceship all together in a harmonious way on Earth, like we are a crew on a board on a spaceship, and that we are going ahead for a greater good, that we want to survive also. And I think it's an interesting philosophy, like to see humanity like a crew on a spaceship, and we call this spaceship Earth. And on the other side, he also wrote a lot about system behaviors, for example, also in architecture, but also from a philosophical point of view, how systems are working and are interconnected with each other, inputs and outputs. Yeah, system thinking, really cool and yeah, inspirational for me also. And another thing that he wrote about, maybe you wouldn't think it as a scientist or a scientific person in some form, he was really also talking a lot about scientific concepts and equations. But another book he wrote was, for example, a book with the title Intuition. Intuition is mostly something that we refer with spiritual concepts, okay? Something that we cannot grasp, yeah, with the mind, with scientific thinking. Intuition is something more divine in spiritual terms. And I think it's really interesting to see the connection here, that we can connect the world of science again with the world of spirituality. I also have made a video about that in the past. I can link it here so you can check it if you haven't watched it. Really interesting, where I talk about the world of science versus the world of spirituality, and why we shouldn't disconnect science with spirituality, and why it's connected in the end with everything. All is one. Yeah, there's a unity in that, a oneness, and how we can create synergy effects and tap into this genius zone of a human if we look from two sides and try to harmonize them. Yeah, put the connection here, put them together and unite them to see what is really possible. Yeah, and what is life all about? And another thing he talked about was also the purity of a mathematics, or mathematical purity, and architectural integrity. Yeah, the integrity of architecture. Yeah, it's really interesting. Here we have two polarities. Yeah, purity, mathematics, architecture, integrity, and he tried to connect those concepts. I will not go so deep into these things because I want to share the concept with you, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse what kind of man this was, what was he thinking about, you know, what did he observe, what was his mind thinking in some form. And yeah, I just wanted to give you a glimpse, a short introduction who this character was. And to summarize the concept of this video, I would like to share another quote from one of the most known or most famous philosophers of the ancient time, Socrates, okay, a Greek philosopher. And Socrates said something like, this is a quote that you can also find in the internet and also in books, for example. And there's a thing that he said, and that is really similar to what Buckminster Fuller was talking about, the same concept. And the quote was, that is what Socrates said: "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building or creating the new." Okay? That's the secret of change. And this is what this video was about, to understand that focus plays an important role. Where you focus your energy, okay, where attention goes, energy flows. And that you have to create a new model in order to make the old model non-existent, obsolete in some form, because you transform the energy. That the energy is always there, okay? You just transform it, you point it to another area, yeah, or another direction, to the new model that makes the old obsolete, supposedly non-existent, okay? And this is really the thing that a lot of people are struggling with. I personally also struggled with that, and I'm still struggling sometimes. You know, we are not perfect we are not perfect in our human experience. We are all adapting, learning, growing, okay, becoming more conscious and aware about the world and ourselves. And it will not always directly work from the beginning, but this is a process that you can learn. And the more you understand it, the more you apply it, the better you will get. And this is really powerful in the end if you know how to apply it. And you will have much more confidence now with your manifestation, with manifesting your desires, learning how to manifest. If you understand that you will only waste your energy, basically, if you focus on fighting your current reality. If you get mad, frustrated, depressed, annoyed, okay, angry at yourself, at other people, it will not help you to fight it, because basically you are attracting it. Whatever you resist persists. Whatever you fear, you also attract, okay? And even if you don't want to have it, you're still attracting it, because it's a subconscious belief that you have to work on, and you have to exchange that belief or replace that belief by a new belief, a new model. And you can create that, you're able to do that if you become aware of those things and aware about yourself. As I always said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And yeah, this is basically it. This is what I wanted to share with you. I hope I could help you to change your perspective in order to have a better manifestation process, to manifest something systematically. Okay, and the more you train it, the more you adapt to it, the more you apply it in your own life, the better you will get. And yeah, that was my video. I hope it was inspiring and helpful. And if you want to learn more about those things, if you want to go deeper into those concepts, understand universal principles, okay, universal concepts, how to change your life, how the law of attraction really works, how to manifest your desires in life, then I have something really interesting for you. This is what I always recommend to everyone who's watching my videos here on YouTube, for example, and I recommend my free video presentation, okay? This is a video presentation that you can watch absolutely free. It's a really extensive video presentation where I basically share with you how I could master my mind, okay, how I could change my own reality, okay, go from the old to the new, and how I could master my mind, understand myself, yeah, knowing myself in order to manifest the desires in my life. And I basically tell you my own journey. I tell you about my background story and what I did in my life to help you and make you aware about the manifestation process and how you can also manifest your desires, master your mind, okay, unlock your true potential and really create the life that you dream about. And now comes another important thing. This is the first time that I announce it here on a YouTube video, and I have created something that could be really, really interesting for you, yeah, something that could change all of your life. And this is something that I only offer limited. This is a limited offer, okay? I don't know how long I will do that. And this is basically a mentoring, okay? You have the opportunity now to work with me as your mentor together in order to help you to manifest your desires. You will work with me one-to-one, okay? And I will basically help you on your manifestation journey. What I will do is that I will help you to understand the foundation of manifestation in just 4 weeks in order to enable you to manifest your desires in a systematic way. I call this process also universal manifestation. You, okay, like you and me. And yeah, universal manifestation because you are the universe. You are connected with everything. We are all connected to the universe. And I call it universal manifestation. So you should really check the links below this video description. I have put them below. Click on one of the videos, whether it's the video presentation or if you want to work with me. As I said, this is a limited offer. What I mean with that is that I cannot work with everyone. You will have to apply for this mentoring, okay? You will have to apply for that because I don't have enough time to work with everyone here. But if I have the feeling that you are a good fit, if I have the feeling that we harmonize and that there can be some synergy effects, then I'm open for a mentoring. Basically, that's what I can offer you. All the details and everything included, you will find that out if you check my links below this video description. Just check it out. The links are below and everything else you will find out there. I'm really curious with which kind of people I will connect myself with and what kind of manifestations are possible, okay? If I can help someone in his manifestation process. This is something I really love to do. This is my passion, let's say purpose. I really love teaching and helping people about manifestation. And this is something that I created because I realized it's important sometimes in life to have a mentor, because I also had mentors. And yeah, that's the scripture for now. Check it out for yourself. If you have liked this video, then make sure to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can just click the button below and subscribe to my channel, so you will be notified about videos like this in the future. And if you like this video, also make sure to give it a thumbs up so that I can see that it was helpful in some form, and that also other people have the opportunity to watch this video because it will be shared, okay, on YouTube. And you can also write me a comment here on YouTube. What do you think about this concept? Are you also stuck with your old reality? Are you also having this fight from old to new? Okay, let me know. I'm pretty curious what you think about that. And yeah, you can also share this video with your friends or people you might know. And yeah, this was my video for now. That's the end. And stay tuned for more videos like that in the future. My name is Andy Kern. I wish you all the best and bye.